In the vast arena of kaiju cinema, few battles have matched the technical intricacy and raw spectacle of confrontations involving Godzilla. Today, we dive into the deep technical specifics behind the top 5 strongest monsters that have ever challenged the King of the Monsters. This discussion is not just a recounting of cinematic moments, but an analytical breakdown that explores advanced design elements, power scaling, and the nuanced evolution of monsters over decades. By intertwining historical context with detailed fact-driven analysis, we look at how each creature not only pushed Godzilla to his limits, but also redefined the benchmark for monster antagonists within this storied mythology. Our discussion begins with a quick historical overview of Godzilla himself, a creature born out of nuclear allegory and refined through decades of technological and artistic innovation. We focus on the challenges posed by each contender, emphasizing not only their iconic cinematic battles, but also the underlying scientific and engineering concepts that inspired their creation. From radiation-induced mutations to cutting-edge robotics and bioengineered behemoths, these monsters were crafted with both narrative flair and a foundation rooted in technical ambition. Throughout this script, expect detailed insights into each monster's design philosophy, physical attributes, and the strategic methodologies employed during their epic clashes with Godzilla. We will analyze statistical data, physical capabilities, and even compare their destructive potential using real-world scientific analogies to illuminate the sheer scale of their threat. This conversation is crafted for experts and enthusiasts alike, embracing a relaxed yet precise tone that assumes familiarity with the lore and a passion for analytical depth. Get ready to explore a realm where cinematic mythology meets technical expertise, providing a comprehensive look at how these monsters revolutionized what it means to challenge Godzilla. Anguirus first roared onto the scene as a robust and relentless contender, his design a blend of prehistoric brute force and innovative creature effects of his era. Debuting in the early films, Anguirus was neither merely a throwaway sidekick nor a simplistic rival. He was engineered with thoughtful attention to biological realism, embodying the traits of an armored, spiked dinosaur. Technical analyses note that his scaled exoskeleton provided both offensive and defensive advantages, a design decision that underscored a move toward more nuanced kaiju battles. Advanced studies in creature design often compare his armor plating to modern composite materials, hinting at an early foray into concepts that would later dominate robotics and biomimicry disciplines. Beyond his physicality, Anguirus' relationship with Godzilla is a study in dynamic character interplay. Initially cast as a pure adversary, his narrative evolution into an occasional ally serves as a fascinating case for examining role fluidity in cinematic antagonists. His combat strategies were methodically depicted, emphasizing close-range strikes, impactful charges, and a resilience that hinted at a highly evolved neuromuscular response system, not unlike the engineered biomechanics seen in today's high-performance robotics. Detailed frame-by-frame analysis of key sequences reveals that his movements were choreographed to reflect weight distribution and momentum, making his confrontations technically thrilling. From an expert perspective, Anguirus embodies a transitional figure in kaiju lore. His design decisions, from the thickness of his hide to the curvature of his horns, reflect a growing understanding of how aesthetics and physics can be interwoven to create compelling yet believable monster dynamics. His repeated clashes with Godzilla have provided a wealth of archival footage for analysis, where every dent and swipe seems meticulously calculated. In summary, Anguirus remains a testament to early efforts in combining creature design with advanced combat strategy, offering viewers not only nostalgic value, but also a case study in evolving monster mechanics. Emerging as a formidable aerial opponent, Rodan introduced a completely different dimension to kaiju combat that combined speed, agility, and aerodynamic prowess. Born from the concept of a pterosaur-inspired behemoth, Rodan's design exploits the physics of flight, pushing the realm of possibility with wing structures that are both elegant and deadly. When analyzing his flight mechanics, experts note that Rodan's wingspan and flapping dynamics resemble modern high-speed aircraft, where lift and thrust calculations are seamlessly blended into his on-screen movements. Such technical considerations were revolutionary at the time, and continued to inspire motion studies and biomechanical experiments in both film and engineering fields. Roden's role in the Godzilla franchise is marked by his ability to dominate the aerial battlefield. The strategic choreography of his aerial dogfights with Godzilla provided an excellent case study in multi-dimensional combat, where ground and air maneuvers had to be perfectly synchronized. Detailed cinematographic sequences display how his rapid ascents and swooping attacks were not merely theatrical, but were planned with an understanding of kinetic energy distribution and momentum conservation. This technical insight resonates well with those who appreciate a scientifically grounded approach to on-screen monster behavior. Moreover, Roden's evolution over various cinematic renditions highlights the filmmaker's increasing sophistication in special effects and mechanical modeling. In subsequent films, his design was refined to include enhanced airflow simulations and more realistic engine-like propulsion effects on his wings. This shift emphasized a trend in monster design that depended on credible technical advancements and painstaking research into the physics of flight. Ultimately, Roden stands as a significant milestone in kaiju history, a symbol of the merging of classic mythic imagery with modern aeronautical engineering principles. His battles with Godzilla continue to be revered as exemplary displays of aerial combat, showcasing a synergy between narrative flair and hard-edged technical realism that delights experts and fans alike. Gigan exploded onto the scene as an embodiment of mechanical terror and high-octane menace, instantly captivating audiences with his cybernetic design and ruthless combat skills. Engineered with an unmistakable blend of organic and mechanical features, his design pushed the envelope of what could be achieved with special effects and animatronic technology. Close technical scrutiny reveals that Gigan's intricate details, ranging from his hooked bladed forelimbs to the integrated energy emitters along his chest, were inspired by emerging theories in cybernetics and biomimetic robotics. His design was birthed during a period when filmmakers were experimenting with the interplay between organic life and engineered constructs, an idea that resonates with today's fusion of biology and technology. In cinematic battles, Gigan proved to be an unpredictable adversary. His combat style was a sophisticated choreography that combined surgical precision with brutal, raw power. Experts note that each calculated strike, whether a slicing hook or a discharge of his energy beam, was designed to mimic the precision of modern mechanized weaponry. Detailed battle analyses show that his movement sequences were choreographed to reflect advanced principles of robotics and AI-assisted combat, where reaction times and programmed strategy played pivotal roles. His unpredictable maneuvers forced Godzilla to adapt, showcasing an early depiction of adaptive combat dynamics, a precursor to later developments in intelligent machine behavior in film. Notably, Gigan's narrative role extended beyond that of a mere physical opponent. His alliance with other malevolent forces in the films and his integration into larger plot arcs illustrate a hyper-aware narrative of technological deterrence against natural supremacy. The fusion of organic menace with cyber enhancements in Gigan's design laid the groundwork for future explorations of man versus machine, influencing both high-octane cinematic battles and speculative design theory in robotics. For enthusiasts who appreciate a rigorous, fact-driven analysis, Gigan remains a key study subject, merging visual spectacle with underlying technical intricacies that continue to inspire academic and practical discussions in the fields of engineering and special effects makeup. Mechagodzilla's inception marked a radical departure from traditional monster design, introducing a robotic doppelganger built explicitly to mirror Godzilla's immense strength. Conceptually, Mechagodzilla stands as a juxtaposition to organic unpredictability, with every component engineered to maximize precision and combat efficiency. His frame, replete with modular armor and integrated missile systems, reflects an engineering mindset that prioritizes scalability, redundancy, and tactical versatility. Detailed schematics from production notes reveal that his exoskeleton was designed with modern metallurgical principles in mind, anticipating the widespread use of advanced alloys and robotics in real-world military applications. In the realm of kaiju cinema, Mechagodzilla's arsenal is nothing short of impressive. Equipped with a suite of laser beams, plasma cannons, and automated targeting protocols, His combat strategies are anchored in a digital precision that contrasts starkly with Godzilla's raw biological power. Technical analyses compare his operational capabilities to state-of-the-art unmanned combat systems, where every measure of force is pre-calibrated for optimal destructive output. Film sequences depicting his battles with Godzilla are filled with close examinations of tactical algorithms, rapid-fire weapon emplacements, and calculated countermeasures, all of which underscore a deep appreciation for hard science and strategic combat theory. Additionally, Mechagodzilla's design evolution across various film installments exemplifies the rapid advancement of special effects technology. Early portrayals relied on traditional suitmation techniques, while later iterations embraced computer-generated imagery and cutting-edge robotic simulations. This progression mirrors the real-world evolution of automated combat systems, blending fantasy with practical engineering breakthroughs. For an expert-level audience, Mechagodzilla is not just a cinematic nemesis, it is a study in the application of technology as both muse and instrument in storytelling. His evolving threat level, methodical design improvements, and the resulting strategic depth in battles with Godzilla continue to provide a rich field for technical dissection and analytical debates. As the apex predator in Godzilla's Rogues Gallery, King Ghidorah is revered as the ultimate embodiment of cosmic menace and geological awe. With his iconic three-headed design and sweeping wings, Ghidorah's creation represents a masterclass in integrating mythic symbolism with state-of-the-art special effects. Technical dissections of his design reveal that every element, from the gravitational beams radiating from his heads to the meticulously animated flight patterns, was engineered to evoke a sense of otherworldly power. Researchers often draw parallels between his design and astrophysical phenomena, citing his ability to disrupt terrestrial magnetic fields and create tumultuous weather systems as early artistic interpretations of real-world cosmic forces. King Ghidorah's combat strategies are as advanced as his design. His multifaceted attacks require precise synchronization, and each head appears to operate with a level of coordinated intelligence that hints at distributed neural networking. In-depth scene analyses demonstrate how his gravitational beam discharges were choreographed to maximize impact force and area coverage. These sequences expose an intricate understanding of force distribution, energy conversion, and even rudimentary aspects of astrophysics, all translated into cinematic storytelling. Such technical nuances have invited comparisons with modern advancements in multi-agent control systems and coordinated swarm robotics, making Ghidorah a perpetual topic of expert discussion. Moreover, King Ghidorah's narrative significance transcends his physical presence. His repeated role as the ultimate cosmic adversary in the Godzilla saga carries a profound metaphor: the clash between natural evolution and cosmic intervention. His on-screen devastations are punctuated by graphic displays of statistical damage, calculated casualty numbers, and calibrated energy outputs, all of which provide a data-driven perspective on his threat level. For connoisseurs of the genre, King Ghidorah represents the synthesis of myth, mathematics, and machine, a monument created to push the limits of visual storytelling through precise technical execution. His epic clashes with Godzilla are more than cinematic battles. They serve as detailed case studies in the application of technology, physics, and creative evolution within film. In reviewing the top 5 monsters that challenged Godzilla, we have navigated a spectrum of creative ingenuity and technical mastery. Starting with Anguirus, whose early design provided both raw strength and adaptive biomechanical innovations, we explored how his spiked armor and close combat tactics laid the groundwork for a more analytical approach to creature battles. Anguirus's evolution from pure adversary to occasional ally exemplifies a dynamic interplay of narrative and technical design, encouraging deeper analyses of how early creature effects influenced subsequent kaiju mechanics. Moving upward in the hierarchy, Rodan introduced an entirely new combat dimension. His aerodynamic design and rapid aerial assaults brought physics and kinetic theory to the forefront of monster battles. Detailed studies of his wing dynamics reveal that his movements were far more than cinematic flourishes. They were calculated maneuvers rooted in the principles of flight, lift, and energy efficiency. Rodin's role as an airborne powerhouse has inspired academic debates on the intersection of natural history and modern aerodynamics, making his battles with Godzilla both visually thrilling and analytically rich. Jigen, with his cybernetic enhancements and ruthless combat style, pushed the envelope even further. He represents an early fusion of organic life with mechanical innovation, his every attack engineered as a demonstration of precision and raw power. The layered complexity of his design continues to be a major topic for experts analyzing the real-world applications of robotics and AI in high-stress combat simulations. His unpredictable tactics challenged Godzilla in unprecedented ways, serving as a tangible example of how technology can embody both menace and creative brilliance in monster design. Then came Mechagodzilla, the robotic doppelganger built with a meticulous focus on scalability, targeting algorithms, and advanced weaponry. His multi-pronged arsenal and digital precision starkly contrasted with Godzilla's raw biological might, providing an in-depth case study of automation technology versus natural evolution. The continuous refinement of Mechagodzilla's capabilities over the franchise illustrates the interplay between evolving special effects and the underlying engineering principles that drive modern combat technology. His presence forces us to examine the delicate balance between nature and machine, offering insights that remain ever relevant in today's discussions on artificial intelligence and robotics. At the pinnacle sits King Ghidorah, the crowning achievement in kaiju engineering and narrative depth. His iconic three-headed form, cosmic energy manipulation, and devastating gravitational beams represent the zenith of visual and technical ambition in the Godzilla mythos. In his battles, every calculated force and energy discharge was designed not only for visual impact, but also to trigger discussions on astrophysics and large-scale energy dynamics. King Ghidorah challenges our understanding of scale, physics, and the sheer complexity of how creative vision can be mathematically dissected to reveal layers of technical mastery. Ultimately, the legacy of these formidable monsters speaks to the evolution of special effects, advanced design methodologies, and technical storytelling in cinema. Each adversary brings something unique to the table, be it the raw, visceral impact of Anguirus, the aerodynamic grace of Rodin, the cybernetic terror of Jigen, the machine precision of Mechagodzilla, or the cosmic dominance of King Ghidorah. Their battles with Godzilla were not merely momentary displays of might. They were carefully calibrated spectacles that challenged filmmakers to push technological boundaries and refine their craft. As we reflect on these epic confrontations, it is clear that they continue to inspire robust academic research, practical applications in modern engineering, and ongoing debates among experts and enthusiasts about the future evolution of monster design. The detailed technical insights and data-driven analyses behind these cinematic giants ensure that even decades later, their influence remains vibrant and scientifically compelling, inviting new generations of creators to further explore the